Here is a story about grace. It's a story my father used to love to tell. As a high school scholar living in Kensington and going to school in Jeppe, he would travel along the ridge all the way from home to school and back. And this group of boys used to do this journey each day, obviously in school uniform. They would go along the ridge, and one particular place was where you needed to go down the hill fast in order to get up the other side. And that worked exceptionally well. You build up energy to go down the hill enough to get up the other side. However, it was also in a saddle where there was a road going over this way as well as this way. And so they would have to go through a stop street at the bottom of the hill in order to get up the other side. But being scholars and boys, they disregarded the stop sign. They just wanted to conserve their energy. And Dad was part of that gang. However, one particular day, they rode up the hill into the arms of a traffic officer. The traffic officer, seeing that they were in school uniform, took them off to the headmaster. The headmaster was, of course, deeply disappointed in the boys and needed to punish them. And so one by one they were taken into the headmaster's office, as they did in those days, and the guys were given 6 of the best. One by one they went in, and my father was last. When he went in, having seen all the guys coming out looking decidedly sorry for themselves, he went in as the last one. The headmaster looked at him and curiously said to him, "Harrison, you as well?" "No. Get out." So no punishment was inflicted. But Dad and the boys knew that they had done something wrong. After a few days, the boys had been obeying the rules of the road, but one by one it crept in that it was much easier just to go through the stop street and go up the other side of the hill. And so they did. But only one didn't go through the stop street. Only one went down the hill and stopped at the stop street and then pushed up the other side day after day. That was my dad, the one who'd received grace. You see, the boys had received punishment, and so they were able to say, okay, well, we've received the punishment for our error of our ways. Well, punishment received, we move on with our lives. But punishment hadn't been given for my dad, and so he had to live out grace, live in response to grace. Grace had been given to him. Punishment hadn't been inflicted, but he had been given grace. And so he had to work out his grace in fear and trembling and in respect and honor. Jesus has given us grace, but that doesn't mean that we're given permission. It means we're given grace so that we can work out our salvation in fear and trembling. In response to God's grace, we live to honor God and inspire others. May the story inspire you to know the power of grace and what it is to live by grace. God bless you.